as yourself. We must understand, first of all, that there are different kinds of love that are instructed for us to have in the Bible. There is the love for God. There is a love for your Christian brothers and sisters. There's the love for your neighbors. There's even a love for your enemies. Are they all the same kind of love? Absolutely not. How are we supposed to love God? With all our heart, all soul, all mind, all strength, and as our neighbor as ourselves. How are we supposed to love our brothers and sisters? As He loved us. Love one another as I have loved you, is Jesus' command to His disciples. Love your neighbor as yourself. Love your enemies. So there are different ways in which we have to love other people. I cannot love my neighbor the way I love God. I hope that's crystal clear. I can't love my neighbor the way I love myself, where I say I have to split my income into half and give 50% to my neighbors and give 50% to myself. I've seen people who preach that but don't live it. They don't give 50% of their love to their neighbors or 50% love to their own family. They don't treat the whole world as if they're exactly the same as their family. It's a nice theory. But most people who claim that they want to do it, their track record is pretty shallow. They end up loving their neighbor's wife as much as they love their own wife. They love their neighbor's money as much as they love their money. They love their neighbor's opinions as much as they love their own opinion. And their destruction is obvious to all. We're not supposed to love our neighbors ourselves just by doing the mathematics of it. We must understand, and thankfully Jesus told me exactly how to love my neighbor as myself. And this is how I understand how I must experience love as well. And the story that Jesus told to explain this story, this commandment, was the Good Samaritan story, which most of you know. There was this Jew who was traveling down to Jericho, and robbers beat him up, took away his money, and left him for dead. And a Jew and a Levite and a rabbi passed by and walked the other way. But a Samaritan, one of the Jewish enemies of the Jews, had mercy on him and helped him and rehabilitated him. This was the story that Jesus said. And I want to take you to the end of the story to tell you how I believe we ought to love our neighbors. Which of these three do you think proved to be a neighbor to the man who fell into the robber's hands? And he said, the one who showed mercy toward him. And Jesus said, go and do the same. This is how we ought to love our neighbors, by being merciful to them. Luke 6:36, be merciful just as your Father has been merciful to you.